Imagine if you will being in your deathbed, standing around bed, dreams given to you by life, ideas that you never ever acted on, ability you never used, and there they are, standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, and says, "We came to you, and only you could have given us life. But now, we must die with you forever." And the question is, if you die, what would die with you? What dreams? What ideas? Are you living in your dream? Are you living in your passion? It takes courage to live your dream. It takes courage to manifest your greatness. It is very important for you to ask yourself, what are you doing right now? Is it giving you what you really want? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you happy with your life? If it's not, it takes courage to decide to do something different. Look at your life right now. If you want to keep on getting what you are getting, keep on doing what you are doing. You've got to be willing to change your ways. Whatever you have done up to this time, your life is working. If you don't like what you have produced, you are a director. You wrote the script, change it. I want to have more adventure in my life. I want something that gives my life a sense of meaning. I think the reason that we abuse ourselves with drugs and alcohol is that we're trying to numb something in us, that nagging in us, to do something bigger and better. It can't be because alcohol tastes so good, no. It can't be because drugs feel so good, no. Drugs and alcohol are numb us, so we don't have to face reality. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. And you are tough. Believe yourself. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop scratching. But the people who has a dream, life is a special kind of meaning for them. In the process of working on your dream, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of defeat, a lot of pain. But in the process of doing that, you will discover something about yourself that you don't know right now. What you realize is you have greatness within you. What you realize is you are more powerful than you can ever imagine. So it's necessary for you to work on yourself and develop yourself if you really want to live your dream. If you are not willing to risk, you cannot grow. If you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. If you cannot become your best, you cannot be happy. And if you cannot be happy, then life has no meaning for you. Let me ask you a question. What would the world be like if everybody lived their dream? I think life is about dreams and stories. Everything that we see every day, planes, computers, hotels, everything, someone had a dream. Someone had a dream, a person standing on a stage, and the voice being amplified, so they don't have to yell on a screen, and it could be heard by 1,000 people. Someone had a dream. What is your dream? What is your passion? I remember coming from a friend of mine's funeral, and I was reflecting how much time I had left. I went for a walk in a park. I thought about this guy. He wasn't an old guy. He was quite young, in fact. I thought about all of the things that he said he was going to do, but he never got a chance to do those things. Suddenly, I started thinking about my own life. How much time I had left. How much time I had left to do those things I would love to do. At that moment, I wasn't sure. How much time do you have left? You are not sure. Many of us go through life being a great pretender. We should get an Academy Award. Pretending we are happy. Pretending we are satisfied, pretending we are successful. But that's not the way it is. That's a big lie. Let me ask you a question. If you had 6 months to live, what would you do differently with your life? Would you have the same job? Would you have the same people in your life? Would you have the same relationship? Steve Jobs said, for the past 30 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days, I know I need to change something. So let me ask this question another way. If you had 1 day to live, what would you do differently with your life? Would you have the same job? No! You don't have the same job because you don't love your job. You just get used to it. 80% of American public, according to recent study, are going to jobs that they hate. That's a huge population. Working on jobs that do not challenge them create emptiness. You run around with the loser, you will end up a loser. It's necessary for you to get the losers out of your life if you really want to live your dream. Unconsciously, you pick up their habit, you pick up their ways, you pick up their attitude about life. If you run around with the cynical and negative all the time, you will become cynical and negative. Align yourself with a powerful person. Align yourself with the people that encourage you. Align yourself with the people who think like you, who dream like you. You gotta watch yourself. Most people, unfortunately, take their greatness, take their ideas into the graveyard. The worst place in the planet is graveyard, because we will find invention that never ever made. Ideas that never ever became reality. I know many talented people who had a great deal of potential, but they never realize about their greatness, and they end up going to the grave with the all good stuff still in there. I'm saying that again, you gotta watch yourself. I hate my house. I hate my job. I don't like my job. Most of the people like to complain about their situation, and they don't want to do anything about it. Why? Because of fear. Fear of failure and the fear of success. These are not risk takers. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, kills dream. Fear kills hope. Fear can aid you. Fear can put people in hospital. Fear can hold you back from doing something that you know it in yourself that you are capable of doing it, but it will paralyze you. Fear. You're going to hurt some folks' feeling. You're going to create some enemy. You're going to make some mistake. Don't worry. That's natural. But ask yourself a question. Am I going to allow this to hold me back? No. No. Whatever you have done up to this time, your life is working. Are you satisfied with what you have produced? Would you like the things become better than this? Do you believe you deserve better than this? How do we handle fear? How do we increase self-esteem? You have to begin fortify yourself. Try to be your own booster. Start encouraging yourself. Start talking to yourself. Yes, I can do this. I'm sure I can do this. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. I've done this 1,000 times before. I can do it one more time. Start encouraging yourself. Start talking to yourself. It's very important for you. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have born negative, and we live in a negative world. You don't have to teach children to lie. They lie automatically. You have to correct their behavior. Don't watch news. Turn off the television. Don't pick up newspaper and read it. Because when you watch news, when you read newspaper, you cannot feel good about it. Try to experience with yourself. If you don't program your mind, your mind will be programmed with negative thought. Because human beings are goal-oriented. You need to have some goals in your life. Being a drug addict, being a loser, being a failure, but being a great person, being a successful person, being a professional athlete, that's the kind of goals too. It's up to you. Let me be honest with you. No one cares about you. Even your brain doesn't care about your dream. Your brain just wants to keep you alive and continue generation. You are your own worst enemy. If you really want to compete with your classmates, if you really want to compete with your colleagues, at the first you should compete with yourself. Because the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. The African proverb said, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. You gotta watch yourself. You are your own worst enemy. You don't need anybody to approve your union. It was given to you. If they can't see, because it wasn't given to them. All the time try to do the right things. Don't take any shortcut. There is no shortcut in life. Don't try to bamboozle yourself. Don't try cheat. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, what goes around comes around. You can pay now, or you will pay double later. So all the time try to do the right things. If you know that, whatever you're seeking, also seeking you, you don't worry about it. You don't think that somebody's going to take it from me. No, it's yours. Listen to the inner voice. Let me tell you something about Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. And when it goes through a process of growing it, you have to fertilize and water it every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But when it breaks through the ground, after 5 weeks, it grows 19 feet tall. That's amazing. It grows 19 feet tall in 5 weeks. And the question is, does it grow 19 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 19 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any moment, that person had stopped fertilizing, watering, and nurturing it, that Chinese bamboo tree would have died in the ground. Your dream is like Chinese bamboo tree. You have to work on yourself and develop yourself every day. Don't give up, don't quit. You're already in pain. Get reward from it. at the end of pain is success.